There are only a couple of events each year in the off-campus student housing industry that bring all of the industry leaders together. The National Multifamily Housing Council's annual Student Housing Conference is the longest-running conference for the industry. 2024 marks the 21st year for this conference and is being held October 7th through the 9th at the Aria Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the premier event for student housing professionals, bringing together leaders from all facets of the sector, including owners and operators, investors, lenders, and university partners. The conference features the industry's best and brightest minds all at one event, delivering the knowledge, tools, programs, and connections necessary for leaders to shape their future success and the future of our industry. So who are some of the folks attending this year's conference? Let's meet one of them right now. So Keith, I hear you're headed back to Vegas.
I am. Third time this year. Been a whirlwind, but looking forward to it. Brand new show and hopefully brand new people to meet.
Well, of course, I think you were out there last year for the NMHC conference as well, and I was just talking to Smarter Furnishings the other day for this same series that we're doing, and Holly is actually. This is going to be her first time going out to Vegas, and I was like, that's so surprising because between yourself and Andreas from their sister company, it seems like every time I've called you guys over the past year, there's probably like a 25 to 40% chance that you guys are in Vegas when I reach out to you. It feels like.
Well, the furniture show, we have furniture shows out there twice a year, and they're betting related. So there's good reason to be out there for me. And unfortunately, people don't realize that it's a lot of work when you're out in Vegas at these shows. Not that it's all fun and games.
Well, Keith, for those that have not heard of you and Jamison Bedding yet and studenthousingmattress.com, just really quick, give kind of that 30 to 90-second elevator pitch so they can understand a little bit better about what you guys provide to the student housing industry.
Well, we've kind of we're the new kid on the block, and we've been working with several of the larger companies now for the last 3 years, and I think because of our size, we're obviously a very large company, a debt-free company. So we have 4 factories strategically located. We have Columbus, Ohio, Marion, South Carolina, Tampa, Florida, and Dallas, Texas. And we've been making the blue vinyl mattresses for the student housing sector, both on campus and off campus, for a number of years, even before I started, kind of networking and meeting you and, some of the customers that we're doing business with. We've been in business 140 years. We make, mattresses for many retail outlets throughout the country, but we saw a great advantage over the competition to make mattresses, strategically and be able to help people with quick turnaround time, lower freight rates, whether we deliver it on our own trucks or whether they pick it up, really giving a great value with a great service. And I think as you've learned the last couple of years when you sent me referrals, is that we are able to turn mattresses around sometimes in as short of a time as a week, as we learned with the one customer you sent me this past summer. So I think our reputation has been built up by service and obviously the things we can do for people and making a quality product.
Yeah. I think it's all a lot of it certainly has to do with the domestic manufacturing, and I keep sending you to folks because they call me in a panic. Like, hey, you got that student housing mattress guy that you talk to a lot. What's his name? Give me his contact information. So
they reach out, and I think they are in a panic, and that's something I've always worked in my whole career, is working on a short turnaround time, because people are really stressed. And as a lot of the furniture guys said, if you don't have mattresses, you're going to have to put people up in hotels, and that's going to cost a lot of money. So I think that's the reason a lot of guys do sofas and mattresses domestically, because those are 2 things you cannot be without when the season or when back to school starts. You have to have those in place and ready to go.
Well, hey, you guys are one of our sponsors for our Las Vegas Top Golf Mixer, so we're going to be doing that again this year. Want to thank you guys for sponsoring that. And if you're an owner or operator and you're watching this and you're like, "What's this Top Golf Mixer thing?" It is something that we're hosting specifically for owners and operators that are attending the NMHC conference on Tuesday night, October 8th. For those that may not be aware, the Top Golf facility in Las Vegas is the largest Top Golf facility in the country, and so we're going to take advantage of that. We've leased out a big portion of it, and we're going to be there from 6:30 to 9:30. So if you have not received an invite from me to RSVP, please go take a look in the show notes and find my email address and send me an email, and I'll make sure that you get an RSVP link. So, Keith, third time this year that you that you're going to be in Vegas. You go quite a bit. I've got to imagine you've got some places that you would highly recommend to folks if this is their first time, or maybe they just don't get out there quite as often as you. Any shows, any restaurants?
Restaurants usually for me are always indicative of the hotel that I'm staying. Top Golf obviously is one of the places that a lot of the companies I work with will take the sales teams out there, and it's always
Yeah.
a lot of fun. I always stay in the middle of the strip. Cosmopolitan. It's a great hotel and got great bars and restaurants in them. Used to go to Mirage, but it's actually in renovation now. So Treasure Island, where they have Gillies and a lot of country and western type stuff. So there's pretty much in every hotel there's great restaurants. There's some better than others, but I think just being on the strip and kind of going out and walking and checking everything out, because there's a lot of water events on outside of hotels that are really cool. And as they say, it's the city that never sleeps. So you can get your gambling thing on. You can go to restaurants. You can go to shows. Pretty much at every hotel. So whatever your flavor is, I think you'll find it there. Just have to see what you have the energy for after all the activities of the trade show.
Yeah. No, I like to just people watch. I mean,
Yeah.
it's you cannot get enough people watching in Las Vegas. But well, hey, we're going to make sure that all of your contact information and everything is in the show notes. So if folks want to reach out to you and either set up something, while they're in Vegas, or even beforehand, especially with now that everybody's kind of got through move in and they're already starting to think about mattresses for next year. This is
We're doing a lot of planning right now. We're working with a number of our bigger customers, and we plan 9 months out with them. We are in negotiations with a number of other companies, and you pretty much have to, if you want to get it right, if you want to get the right pricing and the right allocation of raw materials, we like to really be talking to people about in October. This seems to be the time when everybody is making their purchasing decisions for next year, and we've become a bigger part of that. We're in the equation, and it just depends on whether we are a good fit over other vendors they may deal with currently.
Yeah. Well, again, thanks so much for sponsoring this Top Golf Mixer event that we're doing, and like I said, we'll put all of your information in the show notes. But obviously, studenthousingmattress.com. Is it student housing mattress or student housing mattresses?
Studenthousingmattress.com.
Studenthousingmattress.com is kind of the main place to go to see what they have to offer, and certainly to contact Keith. So real easy to remember. Keith, thanks so much, and we'll see you in Vegas.
All right, Wes, we'll see you there. Thank you.